Over the past 8 weeks, we have seen what no food and no water can do to human beings. Treasure Island's 16 inhabitants were the toughest ever. They were survival experts, athletes, military elite, people who are used to being pushed to the limit, but nothing could have prepared them for this.
At the end of tonight, we'll have a winner of the toughest reality television show ever made.
I've never done anything as hard as this. Life-threatening at times, dangerous, and definitely extreme.
There are 4 of them left on Treasure Island, 3 men and 1 woman, and $30,000 that only one of them will take home. The only surviving female Araha has survived through being the one everyone liked, the one no one wanted to eliminate, but reality has now set in.
And she knows that she's the least equipped for the final days on Treasure Island.
It's kind of really nerve-wracking to think that you're going to be spending a night here by yourself, and then everything that you do tomorrow is going to be you. You've got no one else to rely on but yourself.
Throughout the series, one man has stood out as the toughest, the smartest of all. 20 years in the army had prepared Horse for anything. Now he may well be unstoppable.
I really like to be there right at the finish. So, go the Horseman from Taranaki.
So at the end of tonight, there'll be just one of them left. One winner of Treasure Island Extreme.
Day 22 of a total of 24 days, so made the last episode, so hey, well and good. It's like an early morning supplementary drink, complimentary drink. She's a bit of a cool morning this morning. We had a lousy night's sleep last night, me and Kelv. Yep, there's only 2 of us left in blue team now, me and Kelv. That's that one. But last night, the wind was terrible last night. We freezed our butts off, actually. I probably got an hour's sleep the whole night, so miserable night was had by all down in Blue Camp.
Making it this far is a feat, but they know their rivals are just as determined, and they have no idea who they will be competing against in today's challenge.
It'll be interesting to see who Daz took out. We're hoping like hell it was Muddy. We believe he's the strong link in that group. We decided in a bit of our wisdom that not to take Araha out. I don't believe she is as weak as she says she is. I believe she thinks she's weak. And maybe the guys are putting pressure on her. I don't know for sure.
Araha, the only female left on the island and dubbed the weakest link. With only 2 days to go, it seems she may have fooled them all.
Normally, she's very lethargic in the morning. She was up, bounding around first light, very positive, full of life, enthusiasm, and yeah, a champion. And obviously something that all the 3 boys on the island should watch out for, because she's got fire in her engine this morning, ready to go.
I've decided, you know, I'm going to go hard, because this whole time I've been like, I want to go home, and then I want to stay, and then I want to go, and then I want to stay. And since I've come this far, I might as well see how far I can go and try hard and win the prize at the end, hopefully, if I'm the last person left. But my main goal today is to just win today's challenge.
But before the challenge, Bomber, the island's arbitrator, pays the teams an unexpected visit. A visit which is far from social.
Okay, blue team, move over here quickly. Hurry up. Move in and stand in front of me. At attention. Okay. We've been on this island for some time now, and quite frankly, it's getting very hard to work around you because you stink. So on the command move, I want you to strip off. Once you've done that, back at attention. Move! Move! mile away. Got a bucket of water here for you and some soap. So one at a time, away you go. Hang on, mate, I'll just lather up a little bit. Yeah, you got blood all down your back.
Yeah. Feels good to have a good scrub. Hard out. That's what I miss.
No matter how we've tried to scrub in the sea, you still can't get nice and clean, can't get into the pores. So it's going to be good on the body, and it smells wonderful.
Righto, that's enough. We've had enough time now. Get your clothes on and go back to what you were doing.
Expect the unexpected on Treasure Island. Once dubbed a paradise, this is now a battlefield, if a somewhat smelly one. After weeks of grueling challenges, today is the penultimate race. Then it is treasure for one of them, heartbreak for the other.
There.
Can we go this way?
Let's go. I just saw a big flash right on the point.
We headed straight for the rocks, and there was a bucket on fire. A little bit of a confusion at first because there was nothing else anywhere around. So when we started to search the area.
A bucket on fire? What does a bucket on fire mean? It needs to be put out?
We pondered over this for a while and realised that it probably meant that there was something in the area. By this time the blue team had arrived and they were searching as well.
Oh.
We must have a clue around here somewhere.
Horse goes for a loftier view.
Gee up there, we came over there, mate.
But Kelv has given away vital information.
There, seen it, I've seen it. Hey, hey.
Red are first to retrieve their box, first to begin the search for a key that fits it. But the keys that have worked in all the previous challenges are suddenly useless. There must be another way, and it is a silent Araha who spots it wedged in the rocks.
Letters on a sign there. What?
The clue to opening the chests is written backwards. Then they should take one letter from the bottom line, one from the top, then the bottom, and so on.
It says... Keys is in the water.
Key is in water. We're using all of the letters, mixing them all up, and we come out with a phrase that tells us where the key is.
S-U-K-Y-S. There's a barge out here.
Well out to sea, there appears to be a pontoon floating in the water, and there will be only one winner of the race to reach it. Red have the advantage, but at least on the face of it, the pontoon looks empty.
Went down, saw that there was some masks tied to the rope underneath the raft. Went down, managed to break the mask free.
Yes, I can. You're not going to defeat me that soon.
Yeah.
I then went down the rope and saw that there was a key on a chain.
But Paul doesn't have enough air to retrieve the key, and now their rivals have arrived. Araha makes a desperate second attempt.
Man, the diving, you dive down and your ears, they're just going to pop, just going, and you can feel if you go any more, your head is just going to pop. It was freezing too, actually. Funny enough, on a tropical island, freezing.
Horse is a seasoned campaigner. He understands pain, but maybe not this sort of pain.
Dive was the worst thing of all. The dive was about 20 metres, which is quite a horrendous dive for a person that's low on energy and strength and power. My ears popped. Excruciating pain. His second dive, but they still couldn't get the key up and it was stuck on a string.
The challenge becomes a desperate fight that only one will win.
I managed to snap the tie that was tying it, pulled the key and the chain up to the top, only to find that it didn't reach the top. I had to drop the key.
All right, it's too much. You can't bring it all the way up, all right? Yeah. So we've got to go and get the chest. Yeah. So just try and get it over the yoke, so we don't have to go. Come on, quick, it's cold.
If they can secure the key nearer the surface, then maybe they can bring the chest out of the water.
We sort of put two and two together and realised that obviously we had to go back and grab the treasure chest, bring it out, lower it into the water that 3 or 4 feet, allow the key to reach the lock.
One team may have made a fatal mistake, and they know just how costly mistakes can be on Treasure Island. The two teams have returned to the shores of Treasure Island, looking for the chests they so quickly discarded high up on the rocks. But the metal chests are too heavy, way too heavy for the one they're calling the weakest link.
Paul kind of saw that I couldn't really carry it, and I think just out of frustration, he kind of carried it mainly so I could get other things ready. So like he'll carry that, I'd get the raft and the oars ready, get our rope and stuff.
Red team were leading. They got the box onto their raft before us, their poly, and headed on out. We got there second. That was quite mean going back out again, thinking we had to do it all over again.
The key's not going to come to the surface, obviously. We'll have to try to get the chest into the water somehow so that we can get the key to the padlock.
We were in such a commotion that we were too busy thinking about the chest and getting out to the raft first before the blue team that we forgot our rope. Can't believe we forgot our rope.
Blue have their rope, and now they have a significant advantage, one they're not going to share with their enemies. They can only watch while Blue take the lead.
Cal will go in to the water and he will undo our lock. I lowered the box into the water and then Calvin just did the 6-foot dive to the yoke and undid the lock, and the way I configured the rope around our box, the box was secure so the lid wouldn't crack straight off.
Blue, is it possible we could use an end of your rope?
Yes, well, we've done that for.
Wait.
Opened it up, a heap of rocks, and yeah, there was a wee piece of paper. It had 263. Straight away we knew where 263 was. It wasn't far from basically our starting point, just on our, and the grid references we've been using.
Lucky we had our rope with us.
And as we got closer, see Jackie and Bomber there. And look, thank Christ, this is the end. We've reached it.
But the presence of another pontoon suggests there could be even tougher things to come.
Well done, Blue Team. You've earned 5 litres of water for your victory. But as always, the game isn't over yet. Today, you are not racing for the power of elimination, as both teams on this occasion will go to elimination. You were racing for the chance to win the food in front of me. Between the raft you stand on and the raft I stand on runs a plank to a further 5 litres of water, 4 oranges, 2 pears and 2 limes. To obtain the water and the food you see, one of your team members must walk the plank. This task must be completed in under 2 minutes, or your opponents will get the chance to complete the task and take home the water and food. Should you attempt the task and fail, you will lose half of the water you have already won. As always, it's up to you. Leave now with what you've got or play double or quits. So what do you want to do?
The sight of the fruit brings a new bravery to Blue Team. Kelvin will try to walk the plank between the pontoons.
Okay, Blue Team, are you ready? Your time starts now.
26 years of martial arts discipline and training have paid off for Kelvin.
Well done, blue team. Pick up your food and water and go.
Victories as sweet as the fruit now safely in blue hands.
I knew I could do that quite safely with knowledge of building that and walking the rafters and joists and what have you. So we just timed it with the waves. First time, straight across, no worries. We were really jubilant about that. Yeah, so it was a good, nice wee bonus to get some fruit.
Very good.
Another victory for blue, another failure for red.
It was close in. We knew we could beat them on the paddle. We'd proved it a couple of times. We went for the chest and we just concentrated on getting the chest out. And the thought of the rope completely went. I had the rope in my hand at one stage, so did Arawa, but it just went out of our mind in the race. Might as well go back. Not only was it the first day that it was a real sort of brain challenge, it was also the first day that there was a real brain death and things didn't happen. We had the blues on the trot, we should have won, but we just didn't take the rope. Lord knows why.
23 days gone, and the horseman still remains. Lucky at times, very lucky at times, but hey, I'm still here. I feel I've done well. Both me and Cal have done well to be here. It's been an experience and a half, actually. Today we have elimination day between me and Cal. We got the torches today, so hopefully I'm lucky and get the torch that doesn't light.
As far as the elimination thing goes today, I'm not nervous at all. I think I've done something that I can be proud of, and I'll go back to my friends and family and say that I've done something rather extreme, way out there, and that not too many people have done.
What will happen, and hopefully God's with me for this next 2 days. I really like to be there right at the finish. So, go the horseman from Taranaki. Feel a song coming on?
Oh, mate.
Are you lonesome tonight?
Yeah, I hear that
I'm quite at peace with myself about the elimination. I don't mind if I go. That's fate. That's how it is. I'm sure I would like to have a shot. I would like to be the winner. I've came with a determination of being the winner, and I think I've played the decent game to get here at this stage, but no more deserving than Arawa. So we'll just take that as it comes.
Paul is confident and capable, but for the sole female on the island, it's a very different story.
I'm just really quite anxious, sort of preparing myself mentally for staying, and if not, well, it's all good too. It's just that this will be a bonus to win this money. It'll be very helpful for me.
"23 days marooned on an uninhabited island, and the game of strategy and survival has changed its course, as today both teams will go to elimination.
Welcome to the final elimination. Tonight, the rules change. As you are aware, both teams will go to elimination. Place your torches in the fire. Whoever fails to ignite will immediately eliminate the other.
The teams have come to elimination, not realizing that the order they arrived in will decide their destiny. Horse's torch fails to ignite.
I'm sorry, Cal. Your Treasure Island adventure is over. Horse, you will compete for that $30,000.
Chill.
Good on you, mate. Good stuff. Good on you.
Well, like it's holding up. When I saw that torch, it just didn't burn whatsoever, not even a flicker of a flame. then I knew, and it just dawned on me then, what was going on, Kelvin has been my brother. For 23 days, we've been together, worked together, slaved together. We've been through a lot. And it's really sad to say goodbye to him. Kelvin.
Cheers, mate.
Hey, I'll never forget you.
Nor are you,
my friend.
Nor are you.
Hey, and we'll see each other in the future,
We will.
Hey.
Very good. Wonderful blue with me. All in all, I've done probably something that not many people have done. I've almost seen it right through. I leave the last part to my friend, horse over there.
Very emotional moment, actually. One of us had to go, we knew, but it doesn't make it any easier, right? It's very hard.
Horse will run that extra mile for blue team. Now it's the turn of red.
Red team, it's now your turn. Araha and Paul, pick up your torches and place them in the fire.
If Araha's torch ignites, she goes home. If it doesn't, she stays. Paul will carry the flag for red team in the final race on Treasure Island.
I'm sort of feeling a bit relieved. I know that Paul can win. I feel really confident in him. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever done. Harder than Navy training, harder than anything.
You've done well, girl. Be proud.
I just hope that you go hard and I hope that you win. I know you got the brain power. I know you got the drive. Yeah, I know you can beat the blue team.
You too. Take care.
Yep.
For Araha Jones, the nightmare of Treasure Island is finally over.
The sadness that I have for losing yet another team member is second to my elation now of being the last one. No matter what I try to do, in all sorts of things, I very rarely get the first. I nearly always at least second, maybe third, but never reach the top. I've got the chance now of reaching the top, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to doing. I've reached the top of the red team, and now I hope to reach the top of Treasure Island and win the lot.
14 of the island's original inhabitants have now gone. It is the final night that the two remaining contestants will spend on Treasure Island. 23 days of hell is behind them.
I've decided that the house is a little bit big for me now that the children have flown the coop. I'm low on firewood, so I'm going to pull down the front half of the accommodation. I'm trying to keep myself calm and cool at the moment because I know that when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to be the fierce fighter, ready. There's going to be no holding back. I'm going to put everything that I've got left into it. I've been trying to preserve my energy all the way through over the weeks and use as little as I could, just enough to get by, so that the pool is still there. I feel strong, I'm well fed, well watered, and I think that there's going to be no stopping me tomorrow. I'm going to do everything in my power to win.
But the opposition will be tough to beat. 20 years in the army taught Horse McLeod how to fight.
It's quite good being by yourself just for a change. Gives you time to think and reflect. And the energy levels are quite low, so I'm really hoping for something short, sharp and sweet, really. And hopefully I'll come out on top, God willing, and beat the red team. If I do, I'll be a happy man. I'll probably be the first thing I ever won in my bloody life. Yeah, so that would be one for the books. I don't know who I'm coming up against tomorrow, but it doesn't worry me one little bit. Either of those two, it doesn't matter. Challenge is a challenge, and I'm up for the challenge, so hey.
New Zealand Army will battle British Army in the final race on Treasure Island.
The old body's got one more day in it, at least. At least. All I have to do is give it this one last burst, this one last day, and that's it. Beautiful. You know, I sat down last night and I gridded out my map. And I gridded it all up into increments. At the end of every challenge, we marked spots we've been to on the map, and hopefully that'll save a bit of time today. I don't know who I'm up against. Full of Poms there, well, so be it. I know I've got more endurance than that guy, and hopefully I've got a little bit more nous than that guy. This is the big one. This is a big challenge today. This is the final challenge. But I'm going to give it maximum effort, maximum stick.
Both finalists are yet to discover exactly who they will face in the final challenge.
They've got better and better, and even look as though they're beginning to heal. If these were still big gaping holes, I would still be competing today. It wouldn't deter me from doing my best to try to win. I've got all the determination in the world, and a few injuries are not going to stop me today. I'm looking now for more than just the satisfaction of finishing this and saying, yes, I've beaten Treasure Island. I would very much like to have some monetary compensation for it. I could beat either one of the blue team. But personally, Horse irritated me. I wouldn't think of anything better than to hammer him in the ground and beat him in the challenge. I've got the energy, I've got the enthusiasm, I've got the determination. I'm as prepared as I can be. I've just got some hard work to do today, pull out all the stops, and hopefully I've just got that little bit of a mental edge to help me solve the clues a little bit quicker. I've never done anything as hard as this. Life-threatening at times, dangerous, and definitely extreme. Physically and mentally very demanding, and I would like to be the one that comes out on top. Race is on!
Yeah, out in that direction towards the high ground.
There is no advance warning, no notice, but these two men are ready for anything.
So I'm going to head through the centre, see if I can see anything as I go through.
I'm heading up to the high ground up here. Probably up by the abseil point, the old abseil point that we had earlier on in the challenges. That's where the noise came from anyway, so I'm heading in that direction.
Come a little bit more left than I thought I should have done. I was aiming for the top of this rock crop, so I'm just going to come around the side of it here.
Ah, I can see Jackie over there.
Horse makes a vital discovery.
Okay, on the top. Now I can have a good look. Seen something here.
Hi, Jackie.
Horse and Paul, today will be your last day on the island. One of you will leave much richer, but to win this game, you'll need to remember much about what you've been through on this island. And you'll need to outwit those who've controlled your lives for the past month. Somewhere on this island, Bomber is hiding. He has the information that will get you closer to that $30,000. You just have to find him. You can start on my instruction. All I'm going to tell you is he's within the coordinates 234 and 235 on your map. You must physically touch him, and you can start now.
The race is on as Kiwi Army takes on British Army.
So I've got the horse, eh? Well, that gives me the determination I need to win.
It's 234 and 235 in these grid squares here, about the area where we had that competition with the big trees.
I know that the hood is 260, our camp is 190, so I'm heading for about a third of the way between.
The coordinates 234 and 235 lie on the western lowlands, 400 metres south of the Red Camp, and Bomber holds the next clue. All they have to do is find him.
Not too sure whether he's up, whether he's down, whether he's in the trees or what. Very frustrating, actually. I feel I'm in the area, but I just can't find him. He's in the vicinity. I'm damn sure of it. I think I'm closer than Paul at the moment, so closer than the red team. So yeah, it's just where he is. I'm not too sure.
The clue was to physically touch him. This hints to me that he's not simply sat on the ground. So I think he's either up a tree or up a rock face. So I've been searching through the trees now. I'm going to have a look through the rock face now.
I just saw the movement of his jungle hat in the bushes on the ground. It caught my eye off in the distance. I saw it from about 30 metres. There's 4 trees in this general area. Okay, 4 trees.
The first tree you're looking for is within 10 metres of you. The remaining 3 run north-south from that point.
And they give me the lock I've got to go to.
Correct.
Okay. Within this area here, there are 4 trees. Inscribed into them are a series of calculations. The first tree is within 10 metres of Bomber, very tiny. And after that, the other 3 are in a north-south direction from that first tree. The first one says Red Camp Minus. Okay, right through there, right through there.
But Paul has yet to even find the buried bomber, and now his rival has disappeared.
I've got no sign of horse. I can't hear him moving and I can't see him. That's a bit disconcerting, but he may be completely wrong. So it's no use worrying about him. I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing. I originally thought about going a third of the way from the hut. Looking at it again now, I want to go the other way. A third from my place. I think I want to be going further that way again.
Horse has the second of the 4 trees in his sight.
I finally picked it up, and it was a big tree, and it was bent sideways, and it was slightly darker on one side, and I just missed it every time. I thought it might have been on the tree, but I couldn't see it. Maybe my eyesight's getting a bit dim. I don't know whether that's supposed to be there or what.
And now he has the third.
Up there's Blue Camp Minus.
So the blue team still looked like they were searching. Horse was looking around, so I don't think he's found him either. So that's a bit of a boost. I know that we're still in level pegging.
What Paul doesn't realise is that Horse is about to find the 4th tree and complete the clue.
Sunken coffin, minus 25 equals. We're going to scarp around this area, guys, and not give anything away. So I'm going to head towards probably the bury area and sit down and work all this out.
Horse has the next clue. Paul has nothing. But they both know fortunes can change quickly on Treasure Island. British Army veteran Paul Irwin is for the first time lost on Treasure Island.
I must have walked around the area about 12 times, probably more. In reality, maybe less, but it felt like that. I think I looked at every tree 5 or 6 times. Where the f*** are you? I decided that I would do one more search. I stepped over a tree trunk and there he was laying on the floor. As easy as that. And I believe I've got to touch him. You don't know how happy I am to see you, mate.
Carved into the trees is a series of calculations. Should you be able to solve those calculations, that'll give you the area you're required to go to.
At last, Paul has what he needs.
I left the location once I found all the clues, because I didn't want Paul to see me hanging out in the location and give myself away that I'd already stumbled on Bomber.
Horse now needs to work out exactly what this clue means. He knows where the team found the sunken coffin earlier in the game.
As a group, after every challenge we had, we marked the grid reference where each of the challenge incidents happened. Red camp would be about here, about 200. Minus 23. Red camp, 375. Sunken coffin, minus 25. I've got it. I've written it down.
The coordinate of the red team camp minus the number of nights they've been on the island, plus the coordinate of his own camp minus the coordinate of where the sunken coffin was located, has given Horse a point he must find.
Over there at next point, and I should be at my final coordinates. Pull the pond, nowhere to be seen in sight. That's good.
But Paul is making up for lost time. He has quickly found 4 trees and 4 clues.
Sunken coffin, minus 25, minus 25 equals. Okay, so I've got my 4 clues. I've got to sit down and work them out.
There's Jackie.
Beside me on the beach are 4 posts. One of them is the start point, which could lead you to the treasure. The rope you've won in the earlier challenges is the exact length from the start point to the treasure. One of the 4 numbers you worked out to get here is the compass bearing you should take. Good luck.
4 numbers. I worked out to get here is the compass bearing I should take. Okay, yep. Here's my 4 answers. The red camp will be at a bearing of 190. The blue camp, 375. The sunken coffin, 113. And number of nights marooned on this island is 23. What I'll do, I'll take the numbers one at a time. And I'll go to each post one at a time and do one of those numbers.
Horse McLeod, the bricklayer from New Plymouth, has that $30,000 in his sights. With 4 bearings for every post, there are 16 possible locations of the hidden treasure.
I'm working on 113.
190 plus 310. 3, 4 gives me 500. And 5 and take away 15 gives me 5, 8, and 3. So I'm looking for roughly 385, the bottom of this island. Time for me to head off.
It was the heat of the day and I was getting very tired, very frustrated because the sand kept on falling back into the holes. Oh, yeah, that's about deep enough. Better move here. Well, it ain't there.
Under the midday heat, Horse is slowing down, but time is not on his side.
This is going to be a long process. I bet your rear catches up too. It's just going to be painstaking.
Horse tries the coordinate 113 again, but this time from a different post.
I used 113 first because that was a positive bearing that I knew was set in place. I just struck something there. Oh. No. I'm going on the next bearing, which is the number of nights I've spent here. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Been here the number of nights is 2-3, so the bearing is 023, which comes straight to this post here. So basically what I have to do is take out this post and dig.
But the competition is about to get fierce. Paul is just moments away.
I think this could be it. It's just unusual with that post having to be and wind up right on that bearing for a number of days. Hey, I've struck something. I've hit something. I've hit something solid. Yes, I've got a chest. I have got a chest. I found it. Too late. Found it. There it is. Good luck, Paul.
"24 days of hell" is just about to pay off.
Pulled it up on top, flip the lid and Bob's your uncle.
Well done, horse.
That's it. I got there. I got there. Blue did it. Blue did it. We made it. Blue. Blue. Finally, I have broken a losing streak. I have never really won anything in my whole goddamn life. And finally, it's happened. At the age of 50, it has finally happened. How far out's that, eh? Money in the bank.
I haven't come away with the money, which is a shame. I also not come away with winning. I really wanted to win, but as you can saw from the calibre of person and character I was up against, that's a very difficult man to beat. So at the end of the day, an awesome competitor, and you can't help but admire the man for winning and coming first.
I still have one thing to do, and I always said it, if I ever won, and I'm going to go down the beach and go right up to the top of Turtle Rock and stand right on the highest point and give it heaps, just like Tarzan used to, because I am the one, the sole survivor. There can only be one! I am the one! One! Blue! One!
After surviving 24 days, now lasting 15 people. Tonight, Horsley's Treasure Island Extreme, $30,000 richer. I'm Jackie Rickards. Good night.
For you people out there that think this was easy after 24 days, you're wrong. You might be sitting there in your lounge seats, watching this, and thinking, I could do that. Well, I tell you what, it's not as easy as it looks, and I'm telling you the truth. It is damn hard, hot, slog work. And you've got to survive on top of that as well. You've got to live, you've got to eat, so you've got to get out there and get your tucker as well. Yeah? And it ain't easy, baby.